name is Beth Turner, and I'm a public school teacher, a musician, and a doctoral student in Ed Psych, and I'm here to advocate today for public education. See, public education is under attack. We hear about declines in test scores and teacher failure. I know you've seen movies about it or read newspaper articles about it. It's everywhere. And pundits aim, because of these failures, to privatize education. And I'd like to tell you why public education is too important to fail. See, it's a return on investment kind of thing to start out. Education, the return on investment for education is highest for those who need public education the most. My family is a perfect intergenerational example of this. My mom was born into a family of 9 children. Only 6 survived into adulthood. Only 2 completed college. This was in the rural Deep South. You see, my mom's name is a testament to her parents' illiteracy. They didn't know how to spell Levon, which led to some interesting adventures of mistaken identity throughout her life. And yet, my mom did achieve. She got a bachelor's degree, and she married my dad, also a first-generation college graduate. And with their combined corporate incomes, they bought the American dream: 2 cars, a swanky house that's too big to clean, and their one perfect child went on to surpass them in education. However, my mail will come addressed to Dr. Turner at the house my mom bought because I'm a public school teacher. So here's how it looks. We get this return on investment that is greatest for students who come from low or lower middle income families. And the same is true in terms of social returns on investment. So you get the greatest return, again, for students from low or lower middle income families. Here's an interesting tidbit. Over years of schooling, the returns actually decline for people in all income brackets. That's just an interesting thing. I don't know what that means. But so as my family shows, students who come from low-income families have a greater return on educational investment, and in economic terms, privatization of education is inefficient. It provides the greatest educational resources to those who stand to gain the least. Now let's talk democracy. In every election and across all age groups, voters who have attained the highest educational levels are the most likely to vote. You see, a choice is only a choice if the person making it understands all of the options and their expected consequences. On the other hand, social networks of highly educated people often foster a sense of civic obligation. College campus nod there. And so the problem of inequity in the distribution of educational resources has consequences that are economic and consequences that are democratic. Those consequences come in the form of low socioeconomic mobility. We're trapped in the class of our parents. Public education is often vilified as part of the problem, yet paradoxically it seems to hold the greatest promise as a solution. The Harlem Children's Zone is using public education to transform a community right now. Their aim is to break the cycle of poverty, generational poverty, that plagues low-income Americans. Remember, in my mom's family, only 2 of 9 kids went to college. Remember those returns on investment? Harlem Children's Zone is special because they're doing the most for those who stand to benefit the most. And they've seen increases in level of educational attainment as well as community participation. They show that public education really has the power to transform. So what can you do here in Sebastopol? You can be politically active. You can be locally active. You can keep learning. And you can support responsible educational reform. And most importantly, put your kids in public school. Put your faith in public school. Thank you very much.